Hello and welcome everybody to another Foundations draft. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Platinum 4. In the last draft video, sadly, we went 4-0 in 20 minutes and then went 0-3 in 15 minutes. It was a fast draft, but I'm ready to do another draft. So maybe we can turn things around in this draft and go for a trophy. Now, before I head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether or not you need a box of foundations just to crack open some packs, or a few singles to round out your commander or standard decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Additionally, they're going to have a presence at PAX, so make sure you step over to their booth, say hi, and if you do, you will get that 10% discount in person as well. All right, something sweet. Let's get some nice rares going here. Well, you know what? There is a nice rare. Leyline Axe. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of a playable Leyline in Limited, just like design-wise, but this card ended up overperforming. This card is absolutely fantastic in any deck. Ideally, you want to be slightly more aggressively slanted, but this card, by the way, has the highest games in hand win rate when it's in your opening hand. Unsurprisingly. But yeah, it's really, really solid. The combination of Double Strike and Trample is really, really great. Outside of that, we have the Mild-Mannered Librarian, Battlesong Berserker, and Infernal Vessel, all of which are solid uncommons and fine cards to take if the Leyline Axe was not in the pack. So, now we get to test our signal reading prowess, because we first picked a colorless card. The world is our oyster. Okay, moving on to pick number 2. We have a few picks that stand out here. We have Spectral Sailor, Burst Lightning, and Ruby Daring Tracker. And I think actually these other two cards, especially the Burst Lightning, it's close enough to Ruby where if I'm taking a red card, it's going to be the Burst Lightning or the Ruby just because we haven't figured out our colors. So then the question is, do I take the Burst Lightning, which I think is the strongest card in the pack, or Spectral Sailor, which sets me up in what I believe to be a better color? And you know what? I feel like with Leyline Axe, this is really good in blue-white skies. Being able to put this on a flying creature seems really, really nice. So I will do this also as a kind of color preference thing. Not a lot of great mana sinks in this format, and Spectral Sailor is just really, really solid. So let's take... Oh, and we got paid off instantly! Let's go! Third pick Kaito? How does that happen? How does that happen? Well, this pack must have been insane. There's still really good cards in this pack. Heartfire Immolator is a really, really solid uncommon, really great card. The person who took the Burst Lightning after me is going to take the Immolator out of this pack. So, you know, maybe if we can avoid red, we can try. But Kaito is obviously amazing. What did they take? A black card? I don't know. Anyways, I'm taking a Kaito here. Seeing some white cards here is also pretty promising.
0% chance
Maybe it was a green card. But why on earth would anybody voluntarily take a green card early? Oh, that was me in the last draft, and we went 4-3. Makes sense. Okay, not a bad start here. Not a bad start whatsoever. Okay, here, we can either continue taking blue cards and take the Big Fin Bouncer, or take the best card in the pack here, which I believe is Felling Blow. Honestly, I do like Felling Blow, but I dislike green, and I dislike the combination of blue with green. So I'm going to just take the Big Fin Bouncer here and just stay blue. No reason not to just stay blue and figure out my second color later. This is just an amazing start here. So why just feed a blue card over to the person I'm passing to? Let's just try to set ourselves up nicely here with just a solid blue deck. That's a Burglar Rat, which is quite nice. But again, I'm just going to take Refute. I do think Refute is a better card than Icewind Elemental or the Klinquant Sky Mage. But seeing a Burglar Rat this late could also be a signal. But hey, Refute turns out a very, very solid card in this format. White certainly seems to be somewhat cut off here. I'm not seeing any of the decent white creatures, so that might be something that we try to avoid. So now we have to think about what we want to pair the blue with. This pack is pretty weak in general. We did see that Felling Blow. Not seeing a ton of black either. likely black and white is the color combination that they're in. I'm just going to take a Gnarlid Colony here. Nothing great in this pack. There's a Fleeting Flight, which is technically the best card in this pack, but I just feel like white isn't open, so I'm not going to take the Fleeting Flight. And I'm just going to take the Gnarlid Colony just because it's a fine creature to play in blue-green and just something to put the axe onto. Here, I'll take Uncharted Voyage, continue taking the blue cards. Seraph is fine. I mean, this is the best card in the pack as well. Seraph is fine. Goblin Borders also fine here. I do need to figure out what my second color needs to be. I do. It's kind of tricky. I don't really like Dwinnen's Elite at all. I guess I'll take the Cathar Commando out of this pack in case somehow we end up in blue-white. And now we have this pack, which has a Tolarian Terror, but this is not looking like a Tolarian Terror deck, but it's not really looking like a Claws Out deck either. Everything in this pack is fairly mediocre. I guess I will take the Tolarian Terror. There is a world where I end up a heavier spell deck, and in that world, the Tolarian Terror can be playable. Lightshell Duo is also playable. One really interesting thing about blue is you can really overload on 4-drops. Like Big Fin Bouncer, Lightshell Duo, and Uncharted Voyage are all playable cards, solid cards. I like Duo the least out of all of those, but just be careful when you're taking these cards, especially the Duo. So that's why I find the Duo to be most replaceable, because you have 2 other good 4-mana cards. I wish there was a good mono blue payoff. What did we see? There was a Fleeting Flight. Look at this pack. There's a Gutless Plunderer. There's a Sure Strike. We've seen no indication that black is open. So I just don't want to take black cards. So I'll take Sure Strike because I think there's a greater chance. Like, all of these are mediocre cards, right? But I feel like there's a greater chance that I end up in blue-red than in blue-black. I don't really like Giant Growth. I'll take Fleeting Flight. I think it's actually a better combat trick than Giant Growth, and blue-white is a stronger color combination than blue-green. So we'll just take that there, and we'll see where things go. Okay start, as in, I like the blue cards that we got. I really want to pick up more good, cheap things to play, but I don't want to do so without knowing for sure that that color is open, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. So for example, this pack, there's an Angel of Finality and a Helpful Hunter. I would prefer the Helpful Hunter. Or there's an Archmage of Runes and a Refute. I mean, this might just be... I might just need to make a stance here. I really dislike Archmage of Runes. I thought this card was awesome, but I think it's actually quite mediocre. I'm not going to take it here. I would rather take Refute, but I don't know how valuable a second Refute is. So I'm just going to take Helpful Hunter here. And just kind of... I know that blue-white is somewhat contested, but white is just so good, especially when paired with blue. I'm just gonna make the move here. The Fleeting Flight tabled. I think even if we pick up some number of white cards, we can get it to work. And immediately we get a Cat Collector. Very, very happy with that. Better than the Cathar Commando and the Felidar Savior. Solid 3-mana play. Let's move on. That's a Burst Lightning here. Very, very strong card, obviously. But I don't think I'm going to take it now. I don't really like Dauntless Veteran, especially because we're going to be playing a deck that's heavier in blue than in white. So the double... If this was 2 in a white, I would play it, but it's not. So for that reason, I think I'm just going to take a second Refute. Obviously, you can overload on counterspell effects. There's a Burst Lightning in this pack. Didn't see a whole lot of red in pack number 1, to be honest. So I think I'm just going to take the Refute here and try to move into a blue-white shell here. Terror still on the table here, but don't need to... Oh! Empyrean Eagle and Banishing Light and Healer's Hawk. Healer's Hawk, sorry. It's Banishing Light or Empyrean Eagle. I like both, but I'm going to take the Eagle here. I'm going to take the Eagle. I don't even have infinite flyers right now. In fact, I only have one other flyer, but I just want... I would rather have the creature here. I have some bounce spells already, and the Eagle is... exactly the type of card you want in your blue-white decks. And now we have the choice between Youthful Valkyrie and the Essence Scatter. And I have 2 Refutes already. I actually do like Essence Scatter a lot, but I feel like I just want more solid 2-mana creatures. So let's go ahead and take the Youthful Valkyrie here. This card is just completely... like, obviously, you would want more flyers, but even if you don't have the flyers, like, this card is still just good. If you have ways to pump it, right? And we have the Eagle already. Here we have the choice between a Johnny's Pridemate Squad Rallier, which is just okay. 4 targets. So I don't think I'm going to take a Squad Rallier. I'm going to choose between Pridemate and Tranquil Cove. I actually think I'm going to take the Cove here. This one people might yell at me for, but I have double refute, Kaito. So I have some pretty stringent mana requirements. And with the cat collector, having a little extra ways to gain life also seems pretty important. So let's take that. Here, I will take Gold Vein Pick. I'm going to hopefully pick up more flyers. And the pick is nice in a deck with a bunch of flyers over the third refute. I do like refute, but 3 is a lot, right? Now we have the choice between Inspiring Paladin and Arcane Epiphany. Yeah, this card's mediocre. I'll just take the Epiphany. I'm a sucker for card draw. What can I say? Sucker for card draw. All right. Pack 2 certainly went fairly well here for us. And I'm really happy that I just took creatures for the most part. And, yep, I am happy enough playing Cathar Commando. Works really well with the draw-go game that we have going on here. I talk about how much I don't like one-toughness creatures, but I like the fact that this is a disenchant effect as well. And that kind of puts it over the top. Healer's Hawk, 12th pick. Yes, please. Yes, please. Super happy about that. Especially with the Empyrean Eagle. We also have a cat collector. Obviously, the Primate would be nice here. But hey, we're already looking pretty good on playables right now. So it's not the end of the world here that I took that Tranquil Cove over the Ajani's Primate. Now we have the choice between Helpful Hunter, Skyship Buccaneer. Great pack. Spinner of Souls, one of the best rares in the entire set. But not going to be able to take that here. So the question here is, do we want the big expensive card or the Helpful Hunter? I think it's actually close. I mean, all right, don't yell at me, but I'm going to take the Hunter. I think the Hunter is just awesome. Just one of the best 2-drops that you can play. I have an axe to make it. I have some equipment to make it bigger too. The Buccaneer is fine, but it's not that much better than something like an Icewind Elemental. Wow, Empyrean Eagle pick 2. Let's do this. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But yes, I am very, very happy with that Helpful Hunter pickup here. Just to make my curve just nice. Just to make my curve very, very nice. Here, I'll take Healer's Hawk. Now with double Empyrean Eagle, if it says flying, I pretty much just want it in my deck. Don't really like Mischievous Pup that much or Fleeting Distraction, but I have to pick one. I guess I'll take Fleeting Distraction, but it's largely filler level. Here, it started out so strong, but it's drying up now. I'll take a Witness Protection in case I need to pick up some removal. Now that I'm looking like I'm a deck with a bunch of flyers, it can get better. I don't know that I'm going to play a second copy of the pick. Man, and the picks are really drying up now. Stroke of Midnight is basically a Witness Protection for 3 mana. Cathar Commando, wow, the packs are really drying up now. Whatever, you know what? Let's just put all of these in and figure it out later. Gonna have to make a lot of cuts here still. I mean, blue-white's one of the strongest color combinations, so not surprising that we're getting somewhat cut off here. I don't think a blue-white Skies deck needs Rogue's Passage, and I think having good mana is more important here. Take a Blossoming Sands. I doubt I'm going to want to play this as a life gain effect. Didn't pick up any extra angels here with the Youthful Valkyrie, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but still nice to wear a Gold Vein pick. Yeah, this doesn't really feel like a Fleeting Distraction deck. Why is there... Okay, let's get this out of here. Okay. What is our curve looking like? 2.6? Wow. Probably a 16 lander. Definitely can cut one of these. Fleeting Distraction can go. Probably can cut some number of the 4s. I hate Stroke of Midnight, so we can cut that. We are definitely lacking in removal. And we have a few too many spells, so I think I want to cut off of that first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe the Squad Ralliers aren't so great here. I like how I just cut creatures when I said I have too many spells. Huh. Alright, so let's get one of these back in. And then cut one of the spells. Yeah, I think 16 lands is fine just because I have these cheap cards in my deck. The pick gets me some mana. I have a couple of Helpful Hunters that also cycles, and my curve kind of tops out at 4. Just a question of what is my last card to cut. I think I can probably cut Arcane Epiphany. I don't have any wizards. So this is just a 5-mana draw spell. And I have a Spectral Sailor and a Squad Rallier as kind of mana sinks and plenty of looting effects as well. And this isn't really like a control deck that's looking to just go super long with just a big card draw effect. So I think I can cut that, and I'd rather just focus on cards that kind of work with creature aspects or just interaction in some way. So I think this just gives me the best configuration here. All right, let's run this. Pretty excited about this. Let's see how things go. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel along with a bunch of extra videos that I make, because I make daily videos for YouTube, but sometimes I just make too much content. I do. And so I don't have enough to put on YouTube, and I will just post it on my Patreon channel. A lot of those videos will also just be completely free. So if you just go to my Patreon and not even subscribe, but just join, you will get access to some of those extra videos if you want more content. All right, blue-white, Leyline Axe in the opener. Yes. Yes, please. Gonna keep this. I got the Cathar Commando as well. Now, Cathar Commando, not so good against Burglar Rats, but with a Leyline Axe? Yes. Okay, so... I mean, this hand obviously just needs land number 3. That's kind of all I need, although I do have a couple of 4s in my hand, so... 1 drop off the top would be nice. I have this Witness Protection, but I kind of want to save this for something bigger. Alright, 1 drop, 2 drop for the opponent on the play. Nice way to start things out here. Again, just need land number 3. Look, the reasoning, once again, is I'm playing 16 lands. I have a really low curve. And with 16 lands and 2 helpful hunters and a low curve, I think that's fine to go with the 16. But of course, there's a chance we don't get there. Beatdowns! What if they just don't have a removal spell? If they had a bite down, they would have done it on a previous turn. So this, they could have a bounce spell, obviously. That would be a huge, huge tempo swing. Lunar Insight is not where it's at, I'm just going to say. They could have Bushwhack, so maybe they attack me and then Bushwhack the Commando, but that's not great either. Let's go ahead and play Helpful Hunter here, leave up blue. Okay, drew another land. Attack for loads of damage. So the nice thing about this is, even if they kill Cathar Commando, I can flash in Spectral Sailor and equip onto the Leyline Axe, and that'll be enough. I am not going to move on to the Sailor, though. It's just too big of a mana investment. I'd rather just keep up Uncharted Voyage here. So attack. Yeah. All right, Leyline Axe. Fun and fair Magic card, as they say. Okay, just kidding. It is not very fun or fair, especially when it's in the opening hand. And that is how you get those free wins. And that's why you first pick it. Lock it in. Lock it in. All right, we are... I don't have the white source for the Healer's Hawk, but I'm going to keep this. Hopefully we can draw planes off the top here. Or refute. Oh, there's the planes. Yes! Yes! Planes off the top. I don't have anything to do on turn 3 anyways. Mischievous Mystic, sure. That's actually quite interesting in terms of what I choose to do here. I can get in for 2 extra points of damage or make a treasure. I'm just going to do this, I think. They kind of have to kill it. Although blue-black certainly has lots of ways to kill it. Okay, fair enough. Oh, no land? Oh, that is a disaster. I can Goldvein pick here, but I can't play another creature. So I'm actually going to wait on that and just bounce the Mystic, I think. And I'd rather do that than kill the token. Rune Sealed Wall. Okay, that stops the ground game. But now I can go Goldvein pick. Oh, this is so brutal. I wish that I could be... I wish I had nice, tough games where I get to kind of leverage my skill and showcase what you need to do to be a better Magic player. But we haven't done that yet. We've just drawn Leyline in our opener every game. Yeah, that happens too. That happens too. Silly card. Silly Magic card. Hey, oh, you know what? I thought it was in our opener again. I'm going to keep this. No white source, but turn 1 Spectral Sailor into Goldvein pick is really, really nice. So I will keep this. Planes off the top would be fantastic. That would basically unlock our entire hand. And again, very happy that I took the blue-white land. Very, very good in our deck. All right, opponent down to 5. Oh, drew the planes right away. Okay. Love to see it. All right, not going to play the pick. I'm just going to play the Valkyrie here. Beat down. Just play a bunch of flyers. Nothing? Alright, I'm going to take the most aggressive line, and the Cat Collector just puts the most power and toughness in play. Looks like maybe they have a remove... What is happening? Do they have Zombify? Are they playing some Reanimator shenanigans? No, they're just dead. Okay, you know, we take those. We take those. Happens to me, happens to them. They mulliganed, kept the 2-lander. That is the nature of the beast. Okay, well, you know what? This next game is going to be a really good one. I promise. I hope. All right, opponent on the... Well, I don't have any creatures, okay? But we do have that Big Fin Bouncer. We have a lot of cheap creatures. I mean, we have we effectively have 16 creatures in our deck. 15 plus Kaito, which makes a creature. But of course, this hand isn't fantastic. We do have a turn 3 play, but being on the draw here is kind of rough. I'm just going to discard Witness Protection here. Maybe I could have discarded a land. Oh, what? Okay, sure. I guess they're going to get the refute. Just red-black sacrifice. Or red-black discard, I guess. Seer Slicer. Wow, they are going off. Ravenous Amulet. Okay. All right, well, they can kind of go off here. We'll see what their last 2 cards are. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of brutal. Definitely. Noting that the Youthful Valkyrie does do a really good job of blocking. Actually, I'm gonna go Cat Collector. Sack the food now. Remember, you have to sack the food on your turn to get the trigger here. Let's attack in the air still. Spectral Sailor is just never gonna block, so... They didn't discard, so that's obviously very concerning, right? They cast the Incinerating Blast and didn't discard. Okay. Obviously, we just block. They're getting a token. Okay. I just want to get a clock going here. I have a good blocker here still. And now it's just like, yeah, they have to kill the sailor. Just blocking. I'm going to block that and not the burglar rat because of fake your own death. Wow, Gorehorn Raider, good beats. Really solid deck from the opponent's side. Alright, Gorehorn Raider is going to do a lot of damage. Alright, Light Shell Duo into 2 cards onto the bottom here. And I'm just going to... I'm not going to play the land. I have refutes and stuff. And I'll keep this back. So here's the thing. I will take 4 from the Gorehorn Raider. And that's basically it. And we'll see what my opponent does with the rest. Because by equipping the Light Shell Duo with the Leyline Axe, that's just a lot of pressure. And I can turn things around very, very quickly. But, I mean, they just kind of like decimated my hand here. I mean, they decimated everything. Very, very solid Rakdos deck here. I did say I wanted a good game, and it looks like we're about to have one. Fantastic red-black sacrifice. Holy cow. Perforating Artist too. Their deck is absurd. Alright, well, you know what? At least we still have a game plan here, right? We have a game plan. Yep. Okay, this is going to put them to almost dead, actually. Well, you know, if they have nothing, they're almost just straight up dead. So, there's that. They're gonna need to keep some blockers back. This attack makes me feel like Fake Your Own Death is that they have Fake Your Own Death. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of brutal. Okay. Wow. This is so close. Mostly because of the... I mean... That gains me a life. That could change things. Let's see what they do. If they just take it, I'm in serious trouble. They have to play around one spell, I think, and put enough creatures in front of the Light Shell Duo, I think. Yep. Okay. Okay. How do I want to do this? Oof, this is brutal. So I have 2 blocks. I don't think there's a way around this. Yeah, because I'm at 3 life. It's just I'm gonna have to hope they don't attack with everything. Because I can block 2 creatures. So I need to keep this back in hand as a bluff. Okay. So they're just going to attack me with everything. Oh no, they have Burst Lightning. All right. Well, you know what? We lost to a fantastic... This is probably one of the best red-black decks I played against. They had non-stop premium cards, and they were able to get it done. So props to them. Very, very solid deck. Okay, 3-1. All right. Solid hand here. All right, let's keep this. I mean, 2-drop. Youthful Valkyrie into Empyrean Eagle is obviously very solid. If we can find any of our equipment, it's not the worst. All right, blue. All right. Okay, Spectral Sailor. Second island. Let's go ahead and play Youthful Valkyrie. All right, blue-black. Hungry Ghoul, sure. I think I'm just going to do the obvious thing here and go with the Eagle and attack for 2 in the air. Next turn, a lot of interesting options next turn, actually, because I can play the shell game of Cathar Commando plus Refute, or I can go Goldvein Pick. Oh, that's interesting. Reassembling Skeleton plus Hungry Ghoul is a nice combo. It's not particular. It's very slow. It's not particularly strong, but... All right, our opponent is playing... glacially slow, I want to say. 2 blue. How do I want to do this? The pick is like the safest line, and it just gets something going. But I'm just going to play the Eagle. Like, I guess they could have Essence Getter, but if not, then this is just pretty brutal for them. I have 9 damage worth of flying. Okay, we'll take that. At this point, I can just keep up counter magic and we're good. So that's the plan here. Like, what can they do? Yep, Spectral Sailor is totally fine, and I will pass. Yep. Man, I'm getting just these hands where I just don't have to think. Like, the one game where I had to think, I lost. Leyline X, getcha. Flyer, flyer, flyer. Hey, you know what? That's also part of why Blue-White's so strong. Just play your flyers. Play your flyers. If they don't die, hopefully that just gets it done. All right, opponent on the play. Ooh, really solid hand. First, Kaito sighting. Happy with that. Mild-mannered Librarian is the play from the opponent. What does this say? Up to 1 target creature? Okay. I mean, I'm not trading with the Spectral Sailor, I'll tell you that much. I'll probably trade with the Cathar Commando, though. And we drew the blue source for the Kaito, which is great. I would like to be on the play. Just one game. Just asking for one. I think I'm gonna block the ghoul just because it does get pretty large. Let's play the eagle. 2 in the air. Okay, we'll take 1. Okay, we'll take 3. That's fine. We can play the Light Shell Duo next turn. That's gonna be pretty good. And then next turn, the turn after, we can go Kaito plus Cathar Commando, which I really like. And this just blocks the mild-mannered Librarian quite well. Don't want the land. Do I want Healer's Hawk? The thing is, the Empyrean Eagle, I'm going to assume, is going to die. So let's go with no on the Healer's Hawk. I think I want something a little more impactful. And I'm not even playing it next turn anyways. Burglar Rat. Oh. I guess we'll discard the land. Well, can I get my Healer's Hawk back? That was just a joke. That was just a joke. Okay, how do I want to do this? All right. You know, I could have actually just taken the super aggressive line there and target my Light Shell Duo. And just be like, if you want to kill my Kaito, go ahead. And then play a Healer's Hawk there. That could have been a line. And it's going to be at really high loyalty too. All right. We have rares. We are drawing them. We have Signpost uncommons. We are drawing them. And they are winning us games. 5-1. All right. Hey. This is on the fairer end of the spectrum, but of our deck, just because we have so many good rares. But hey, we still have Flyer plus Empyrean Eagle. Cannot be upset about that. Cathar Commando on turn 2. If they don't play something, don't play Burglar Rat. That's all I ask. No burgles. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Play the Eagle. They might just block the 3-1, honestly. This is just a lot of damage. Yep, I like that play from the opponent. They're probably going to kill the Eagle here if they can. A Braid or Fiery Annihilation would be what they need here. Okay. And they have a 1-drop. And they're going to kill my Healer's Hawk? Wow. Fair enough. All right, let's play the Helpful Hunter. Hopefully that draws us into some value cards. Okay, yeah, I'll take the Light Shell Duo. Brazen Scourge, fair enough. We'll take 3. And, ooh. Well, I should play the Light Shell Duo first. Figure out what I can find. Don't want the land. Definitely want Kaito. Is Goldvein Pick good enough here? I'm going to say no, but I'll take the Kaito. I'll keep a land in my hand because they're playing black. Like, if they Mind Rot me, I can discard the 2 cards on the left. Swiftfoot Boots. Sure. Okay. Sure enough. So what happens here if I play this and just make a ninja token? I just don't need to loot right now. I can also just keep up Refute, but they have one card in hand. They would have played something big if they did. All right, let's just play the Kaito.
I've got all the intel you
And let's just start things off with a ninja token here and keep things back. Don't play something huge. Don't play something huge. They just scooped? Is Kaito that good? Like, I was gonna loot? I don't know. Is Kaito that good? I guess they were out of gas. Alright, well, things couldn't really be going much better here. 6-1 with our blue-white bomb-laden deck. Wow, this is going to be another sub-hour video, most likely. These games are really fast. Well, that's a scary name from the opponent. Bloodshed. All right, we are on the play here. I'm going to keep this. It's a 2-lander, but it does have Healer's Hawk into Goldvein Pick, which is great. The treasures can then allow us to help play some of the other cards in our hand. We have the Kaito as well, so if we can find an island, that would be fantastic. Just natural island off the top would be great. This is actually really funny, just in terms of what I should play. I actually think it's the Tranquil Cove. The reason being is playing Kaito next turn seems really strong, especially if they don't have a great follow-up. So I think that's what I might want to do. And now, I can't attack through it, so I guess I still just play Kaito and tick it up. Up to 1 target creature control can't be blocked. Okay.
I've got it.
And we will discard Plains. Attack. And then this pumps us up. Okay. Yeah, Kaito is really hard to kill.
Eyes open.
Like, even if they giant growth this, it doesn't matter. They should attack this. Okay.
How'd you spot me?
I mean, I'm just happy continuing to loot here. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Never see us coming.
Probably just want to play Light Shell Duo here, most likely. Don't really want lands. Fleeting Flight actually seems like it could be good here, so I'll keep that. I'm going to attack here, get the loyalty counter higher.
Got this, paulcheon.
Okay. I will trade with the Beastkin Ranger. Actually, the Cackling Prowler will then become a problem. Alright, I guess we just have to block.
I love a tough fight.
How do I want to do this? I can just make a ninja. Just to chump. Alright, yeah, let's just play this. Let's make a ninja. And we're just gonna actually pass here
I'm not here to fight fair.
and see what they try to do. Helpful Hunter, okay. Okay. That is fine. Wildwood Scourge, okay. Alright. I can make another ninja.
Found a way in.
Or do I just keep everything back? The thing is, even if they kill my Squad Rallier, it'll still live. The Kaito will still live, unless they have a pump spell. Okay, that's fine.
This was supposed to be.
Here comes something big. Nope. All right, we are doing well. We are definitely doing well here. Let's just what are we at? 23.
Eyes open. I've got friends everywhere.
Yeah. Just going to try to win the card advantage game here. Make some extra tokens. Put enough blockers so they just can't get good attacks in. We can activate Squad Rallier. Whiff entirely. Helpful Hunter, sure. Let's draw a card off of that. Leyline Axe was the find.
Let's surprise him.
It's just this card, that. Loyalty, okay.
We got this, paulcheon.
Kaito doing so much work here, oh my gosh. Good Fortune Unicorn on this board is not particularly great. Think I just want to add a creature to the board. I probably should have maybe done that in the previous turn too. Actually, what I should have done is probably make this unblockable.
They'll never see us coming.
This is on 7 now. We're almost on the ability there. The really good ability. I kind of want to get to 7 lands here before I do this, so why don't we just activate this to see if we can find something that we can play. Ooh, Healer's Hawk or Helpful Hunter. I'll go with Helpful Hunter. Helps us find a land for the axe. And Witness Protection. Oh, that's also really interesting. Yeah, let's shut down the Unicorn. Just make sure we don't die to like Overrun or something. Empyrean Eagle number 2. Very, very good. Why don't we loot first? You know what? I don't know what I should have been targeting like my Cathar Commando, huh? Let's do this. All right, that should get it done. Rares for the win. We could have emblemed the Kaito on the next turn, but wow. What a smooth run. I'm telling you, blue-white is my best archetype. It is not a surprise. It's the best archetype for everybody. Flyers are just good. And obviously for this one, though, this was not just a synergy deck. This was just, hey, take a look at my ridiculous bombs. Right? Leyline Axe won us a few games. 3 games, two games. Kaito was absolutely incredible. Don't pass this. I should never get Kaito 3rd pick. This card is really, really solid and extremely difficult to play against. Just, you know, whether it's making tokens every turn, that's really strong, or looting every turn, that's also really strong. This card's fantastic. Double Empyrean Eagle with all the flyers that we had was really, really strong. Our curve was generally fairly low, so we could get away with the 16 lands. I think if I was playing best of 3, look, I do put into some consideration the smoother. So in just any, if I'm playing this in a real life tournament, I'm just going to play 17 lands probably. And if I were to play 17 lands, maybe I shave like the Goldfane pick, right? Just because I already have 2 other equipments in my deck. That's maybe something that I would consider doing. But honestly, really, really smooth draws. 7-1. One loss was to an absurdly powerful Rakdos deck that also matched us with their power level of cards, like the Seer Slicer Goblin and the 3/2 Signpost uncommon. So, we had the Cat Collector, the Eagles, but I'm really happy with the way that this draft played out. And I'm also just happy with the way that we drafted in general. We tried to keep things extremely open. We were almost mono blue in pack 1. And noting that we saw a handful of white cards, we tabled that Fleeting Flight, but it was really hard to kind of figure out what our second color was. But then pack 2, we did make the decision because I know that white pairs super well with blue, and we took that Helpful Hunter, and then it just paid off, right? We actually ended up we started the draft mono blue, and we somehow ended up with more white cards than blue cards. Somehow. And all these white cards were obviously fantastic. Getting that Healer's Hawk 11th or 12th pick was great. And we ended up picking up the 2 Empyrean Eagle. So everything worked super, super nicely. Very, very smooth draft. And really, really nice to be able to kick the December rank season off with our first trophy of the month. Hopefully the first of many, but hey, there's just not too much more I can ask out of this deck that we had laid out in front of us. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I truly do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all of your support. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, check out TCG Player for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you do any shopping for boxes or singles to round out your decks. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get you 10% off your